I didn't expect that. And then that's being serious, not a joke. I mean, that's, Tarleton's just the Tarleton and the ASU game in there. Nicholls is a tough team. I mean, to play against. They won their conference 2 times in a row, and just that style they play, it's just kind of relentless, and they're so handsy and going for steals, and they're not afraid to foul, and they can't call the fouls, and that's good basketball. So for us to kind of weather that storm and and handle it the way we did and win with that margin, I think it says something about this group.
What do you make of the 24 turnovers?
I mean, I make that it's not very good, and well, definitely stuff we got to clean up, and we tried warning the guys, but sometimes they don't heed the warning, and when you play a team like that, you can't be casual, and obviously if you saw when we weren't casual, we were pretty efficient, so we just need to hone in on that, and some of the turnovers, I think some of our younger guys had them, and they just have never played in a game like that, and so for them to get that experience and learn from it, it's going to be a positive. I mean, it could be lazy passes. It could be lazy catch. There's numerous things. Just kind of relaxing. You can't relax and let your guard down against a team like that because, they're going to go for a steal or swipe at the ball every opportunity they get.
You say you didn't expect that, but did you figure that if you did handle that style, you might play in?
Well, I honestly had no thoughts like that at all. I thought it was going to be a hard game, and I told our guys before, we need to be mature, and at the end of the day, we just got to win. And, we could be, if it ends up being a hard ball game, it's going to be a hard ball game. And so I don't want our guys to feel like they have to win by any certain margin or anything like that. And so, I just wanted to make sure we came out and kind of set a standard today. And I think in a lot of ways we did, and in some ways, we got to get better.
You guys got a little bit of alcohol early with Curtis and Kylan there. How do you think?
Well, I thought Colin played really well, and I think the second half, I think he was better than the first, which is to be expected, and he kind of settled in. Kylan's a really good basketball player. I mean, he's been practicing. He was kind of, hit or miss there for a while, and his reps were really reduced. He's kind of been full steam ahead only the last 2 weeks. So to kind of, Courtney's situation kind of thrust him into maybe an opportunity earlier than expected, and I thought he handled it great. And Kerr getting 2 fouls early, gave him an opportunity, and I thought he handled it really well. And speaking of Kerr's 2 fouls, he and Pella got to be smart. I mean, it's 2 games in a row where 2 of our better guards have had 2 fouls before the first media timeout, and that's not a winning formula. So we got to try to address that.
You got more minutes. You wanted to play with Kylan with his health, and they said 2 weeks back, or did you have any minutes?
I mean, not really, and just whatever the game called for, and I thought he looked good out there in the second half. It looked like he really settled into me.
Tonight and in the exhibition, Adama has been so efficient from the floor, shooting a nice percentage, limited turnovers throughout the past few weeks. What have you been noticing?
He's really coming on. He's really coming on. He kind of got off to a slow start in the fall, and then he kind of twisted his ankle, and ever since then he's been really good. Even at the end of our St. Mary's scrimmage, he played really well, and obviously the last 2 games he's played well, and I'll give that kid credit. When he got back, I really challenged him to change his shot. And I didn't get a ton of time with him this summer because he was with his national team, and he looked at me like I was a little bit crazy, and I just saw some things in there that I thought we had to address. And to his credit, he's put in the work, and he's believed in it, and he hung with it when it wasn't easy or wasn't going well, and I'm glad to see him get some results.
He just kind of goes about his business in terms of points.
Yeah. Well, Zeus scores easy. And he's built to play in this system. I mean, he's so great in the open court running. He's getting really efficient inside, and I've really challenged him to improve his finishing. I think his numbers are good, but I think they can be great. And so we're really making a push with him. And this week I got on him earlier in the week on being a little more proficient making his layups. And I thought he's been getting us off to a great start, and a lot of it is making early layups.
Just one of the more interesting games you've seen Pella play in terms of rebounding the basketball this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Pella's been great all fall, and he's relentless. He's got great energy. And he's very tenacious, and I just need him to kind of reel it in. He's such a good player. I just don't need him trying to make 4 hard plays in a row. And he did that in the second half, and then we sat him, and he understands. I mean, you can coach him hard and talk very direct to him, and he's just such a good player. I think if he can just kind of tone it down with some of the aggressive plays and kind of just mix them in here and there, I think he'll be a little more successful. But a really good player, and we're lucky to have him.
Was that shoulder thing with Adama
They just told me he could play, and so I don't know the extent of the injury. But he came back and he played okay, I thought.
The ball movement, 30 assists out of 38, shot selection, still.
Well, when you play a team like that, you literally just have to kind of break through the pane of glass that's out there on the perimeter, because it's just the pressure. Once you break through, you're going to have number advantages, 3-on-2, 2-on-1s, and you just got to make simple plays there. And I thought our guys did good. It's not maybe how you normally see us move the ball, because normally we'll really move it side to side and connect passes. And a game like that, it's hard because you throw one pass and the next one's denied. So eventually you got to go north south. And obviously we love attacking high low and playing inside. And I think some of our turnovers tonight were in our high low actions. We can probably get a little more patient, look at that, figure out where the help's coming from, and skip to the open guy.
To have that kind of pressure and still be able to make that one extra pass, were you surprised at the number of assists, that it wasn't more maybe just one-on-one shots?
Well, I love assists, and because I think assists create easy baskets, and it's not something we talk about on a day-to-day basis, but I think our guys, for the most part, believe in playing team basketball and sharing it, and I think they really get joy out of, making that extra pass and getting an open shot for a teammate.
What is the key for your offense? You need to have 10 assists from Kumar and Subella, so you're having the bigs get into that.
Well, it makes you efficient because, then they're a lot of the times you give the ball to your big, they have a one-man advantage or half a man advantage. And if you have your big guys that can connect the dots, in some of those plays, you can do a lot of fun things on offense. And they also play really well together. And that's something we take pride in and we work at every day. And I'm just really proud of both of them because they both have really come so far and just, not only scoring around the basket, but being a little more comfortable making decisions with the ball. Especially Umar, you can just see how much more comfortable he looks with the ball in his hands.
Does this game have any meaning beyond today?
Does this game have any meaning beyond today? You're looking for a deep answer that I might not have. Nothing significant to me. Am I missing something?
Well, Nicholls, this level is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's early. And, I hope Nicholls has a great year. And for us, we're still, I'm a paranoid coach. So I'm sitting there thinking about what we got to do to get better. We got another team coming in here Friday that's probably going to present some different types of challenges. And, I'm kind of locked into my day-by-day, game-by-game mode right now. So I couldn't tell you what, tomorrow, I'm going to figure out what tomorrow looks like when I get home tonight. And we'll go from there.
What was coaching game one paranoid because Oklahoma lost, USC lost?
Well, listen, winning's not easy, and it's not anything you should ever take for granted. And there's so much, these rosters are so in flux in college basketball today that, I think as a coach, you want to actually see your team do it on the floor. And then once you go there's 2 categories you put things in. Things we did well, we need to continue to reinforce and do well. Things we need to get better at. And you don't get any more complicated than that. And you hammer both categories. Get better, category, and things we're doing well, and continue to reinforce that. I think that's how you build consistency.
Obviously, the pace is kind of with your opponent, but is this a sign that, this team is going to be a lot like last year's for?
Hey, I just watched Paul Westhead's, Loyola Marymount deal, and I think we're going to try to score 130 a game. No, not at all. I think our opponent had a lot to do with that today, and they wanted to get up and down, and you guys know I'm more comfortable to get up and down, and for me, I think it's really going to reinforce when we play with fundamentals and do things the right way. We can be really, really good, and when we get a little bit loose and aren't quite tough enough with the ball, we're susceptible.
The 71.7 shooting, what do you make of that?
Awesome. you know, but let's not couple it with 23 turnovers or 24 turnovers, you know. So, we work on finishing every single day. And, you know, to shoot 71% and also attempt 40 free throws, I mean, I think that means we're, for the most part, executing our game plan because we wanted to attack north-south today.